Either God here coming to you live and direct with another video. And I'm just, sitting here in my RV just reflecting off of what we call life. And I was just listening to Black Magic's lecture. He's talking about a lot of things, and I made a comment. I wanted to talk about it as well as what I feel my purpose is here on earth, coming to this planet, this realm, for this experience. um and I want to talk about my frustrations, which I think I already covered, but I just want to give an update because like I said, I'm constantly growing, and I'm constantly learning and unlearning, and by listening to other people, other conscious beings, that gives me the strength to keep pushing and keep, growing how I'm growing, so yeah. Um so this comment that I had said, I was like, here's what I'm battling. Here's what I'm battling. Getting money or be broke. You see what I'm saying? Thing is, money shouldn't make a person rich, and not having it shouldn't make a person broke. You see what I'm saying? Cuz a lot of people think, oh, because you don't have a certain cap of money, you're broke. You see what I'm saying? So that's crazy within itself. So if we keep allowing these beings to control money to be rich, then we haven't won the war, because these beings are still in control of this said money. If money ceases to exist, then how can you determine who's rich and who's broke? Money is part of their construct and programming. You got people in Taiwan and China and other places, right? They underwater, and y'all think that money is helping them out of that water. You see what I'm saying? And China makes most of the things that we use on a day-to-day basis in this era, or whatever you want to call it, right? And you don't see Jesus helping not one of them. You don't see Jesus walking on wooden mousetraps to save those people underwater, whether they're kids or adults. Jesus is not helping those people. He's not walking across that water, lending his hand out to help those people out of that water. In Taiwan, China, or any of these places going through these climatic events, whether they're natural or unnatural, you know. Um, and then with this money that we always focus on getting, right? We're not using this money to produce. You're getting this money and still being consumers. You see what I'm saying? Even when you got your own business, right? Candle makers. You're buying your products from somebody else who already makes these products. You see what I'm saying? Like most of these Chinese, Taiwanese people, they the ones who do all the labor. They make the candle wax, the candle ingredients and stuff like that. We buy it and use it to make the finished product of the candles, and then we sell it, and then we make money, and the cycle continues. So that's what I be trying to. And like what frustrates me the most is the fact that I gotta keep using my money to still pay for even land or to even live in this system. So if that system continues to exist, it's like we haven't won. We haven't did our due diligence on kicking these beings off this planet. So that's just how I see it, how I feel about it. Um, yo, it don't matter if we have cash, physical cash, or we have Cash App. We're still not collectively using that money to build an infrastructure, because that's what we need. We need our own system. So what's the point of getting this money if we not using it to build? We just using it to buy products, start a business, and just keep that going. And then you got businesses underground, and not underground, but underwater right now. You don't grind it throughout your whole life to get this bakery business started, and Mother Nature done flooded it, or man done flooded it. Now what? So now I'm just trying to figure out like now what? And I want to say I'm happy, but then another side of me will be like, how am I happy? But I'm still in this complaining energy. You see what I'm saying? It just like I said, it's just the fact that I gotta keep using money to even pay for some land that I know is mine. So I have to I have to like put my ego aside and say like, okay, get this money so I cannot have a problem with paying said bills, to maintain my living until this so-called system crashes or comes to an end. See what I'm saying? Like now I'm paying on land, right? I shouldn't be paying on that land, but I am. And even if I was to go to another part of the country, it it's still gonna be another set of unnatural rules that I would have to follow or other people would have to follow. And by my soul not being used to that, that's what frustrates me the most. Cause I got like everything that I can have, that makes me so called happy or whatever, like PlayStation 5. I got enough money to acquire that system. But now it's like, okay, it doesn't really matter now. I actually want to sell it. And I used to be riding a bike. I got my first bike with it. Not my first bike, but I was riding a bike at the age of 18 on my own. Like my homeboy, he sold a bike to me for $35. I had that bike for a long time, and I used that bike to do my chores and stuff like that when I was on my own in my own apartment, right? I washed my clothes on that bike. I rolled my clothes to the wash house up until I got my own washer and dryer, right? I did all of that up until I got my car now. I got my minivan, which I'm thankful for. I wasn't fortunate enough to have like, you know, people to help me drive. Then again, that may be on me because people knew I couldn't drive though, so not too many people would let me hold their vehicle to practice driving. But anyway, I now can drive. I got my license around what 26 or 27, right? But anyway, now I drive. Now that I drive, it's like okay, what's next? The point of me saying that is, um, I've acquired most things in life that I'm like, how can I say, like, satisfied with, to a point where not many things excite me anymore. If y'all know what I mean, like, none of this material stuff excites me. What I want, money cannot buy. I used to want kids, but I don't want kids anymore due to the situation that we're all in collectively. I don't want to bring any children in this realm to where they have to deal with what I'm dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Why would I want to do that? So they can just be used and sucked into a new system? So, yeah, like, I don't want to, like, give off that suicide energy either. It's just like I'm just like tired and satisfied at the same time. You know, I'm just trying to figure out like what next. You know, I got my system. I got my I got my car. I got two. I'm in my RV. I always wanted a RV. I always wanted to live off the land and stuff like that, but it just so happened that so-called COVID hit, and it kind of shook up my plans. So I was, late learning certain things on how to prepare for situations that we're in now, like the so-called apocalypse, aka the revealing. Learning how to live off the land, learning how to grow your own food, learning how to generate your own energy, learning how to filter your own water, stuff like that. I always was into stuff like that, but I didn't know at years ago I didn't know how to go about how to set myself up to prepare for that lifestyle. Like I'm trying now, like I already told y'all see my progress. I'm trying to grow my own food. I'm actually growing my own food, whether it's grade A or not. Plants are growing in the yard. That's what I want. But it's just the fact that gotta keep paying and paying, because majority rules, because the system still exists. I have to keep paying. Or I can just put my ego aside and say, oh, let's get this money. Let's grind, get this money. So I won't have this complaining energy. But it keeps going back to, like I said, bro. Like, if the money system failed, then what? I'm talking about if the systems fail, when the system fail. So yeah, in conclusion, I just want to leave this realm with a light heart, a heart as light as a feather, and not have to come through this realm again and deal with the situations that I'm dealing with, and the situations that we're all dealing with collectively. Because, like I said, I'm not the only one standing in line with a receipt in my hand. I'm not the only one paying property taxes. We're all experiencing these things in different ways collectively. So yeah, like I could just see myself just on a bike. I need to get another bike. I want another bike, another road bike. I just want to ride my bike, have my own little spot with my garden, water system, all of that established, and just be free. That's it. Simple. And I think I'm finding myself having a hard time figuring out how to acquire that. Then again, I may already have that, but I'm not aware of that. So for one, I'm tired of going to work, but I'm only going to work for for my purpose. At least I think so. Just to maintain my little bills that I have, so I can acquire certain resources to keep building. Like if I didn't have the job that I have, I wouldn't be able to pay on this land. So that's why I go to work. And even if I created my own business, I still have to run that business to pay these bills, whether it be a passion or not. And like I said, when the system fail, whether you like your job or not, the money won't matter. Like it's just gonna be all about people having passion for doing what they do, and that's it. And you can just use that passion, that skill that you may have, use that to barter with other people's skills. Like now you have people who good at doing hair. Without the money system, that they passionate about doing hair, they can use that passion as value to exchange for another service that somebody may be interested in. But yeah, this video is pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it before the space runs out. I have to get some more space for my phone so I can consistently make longer videos or whatever. Like I said, it's just a documentation of my life, so I'm putting it out there because other people could relate, and I'm just coming out of my shell about it. That's it. So yeah, with that being said, Either God signing out. Thank y'all for listening. Peace.